Nia, and we're going to talk about it. This is a triggering topic. It's about Girlalala. She is a transgender female, um, not here with us anymore. She was unalived by this man that you see right here, which is her boyfriend, was her boyfriend, which is very sad. And I have many comments, many thoughts, many things I want to say. Please be respectful in the chat. We are talking about someone who's not here anymore. We are talking about someone who was unalived by a black male. It's not funny. It's not cute. It is something that keeps happening, unfortunately, and nobody really wants to talk about it. The reason why I put football player in there was because I've always said, right, football is a version of slavery. It is modern day slavery for the black man, and they don't get it. They just see dollar signs and think that, oh, well, everything's going to be okay when it's not. Football is not your way out. It is not. Football is not your way to be the owner. Football is your way to be owned. And it is a very, very big thing for a lot of football players to be gay and DL and all these other things and like not talk. Mainly DL. Let me say DL. Because I could say gay, but they're not openly gay. They're not openly gay at all. They're DL. You're not going to tell me out of the millions of football players we have in this country that not even half of them would be gay. You're going to tell me that they're all straight? Like, are y'all stupid? Are y'all stupid? And I say, yes, she is a trans female, but at birth, Lala was a man. So we're not going to discredit that. And that's why I'm having this conversation. It looks like this person wasn't in sports for too long. I don't even know if this person even stayed in college. I think it is very sad. It's always the same look. It's always the same build. It's always the same guy. I think TikTok relationships are very abusive. Like, what TikTok relationship with a black man have you seen go well? Like, it's the fact that the woman gets attention, the woman gets praise. There's a lot of pedos out there online. Hello, beautiful. Good morning. I would love to be in the live. No, it's okay. Go to school. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This one's gonna be a really deep one. I did this really early, but I do appreciate you, Lily. Thank you for popping in. But yeah, so my thing is I don't feel it is talked about enough. So I talk about it. People don't like it. People don't like how I talk about, DL black men. People don't like how I talk about black men that are terrible in the black community. They don't like it, but I'm going to keep talking about it. I am going to keep talking about it. You know what I mean? It is very sad, It is sad to see that there's so many people that don't want to have a conversation about DL black men and their abusive behavior. That's why I follow the DL Whisperer and I love his channel so much. Like, I don't even understand. I love the DL Whisperer's channel. Like, he has a really good channel. He protects black women. He's for black women, and I'm here for it. But let's talk about the situation before we get into my opinions. First off, in Florida, weapons are legal. They're legal to carry. So that is why I'm not a Florida person. I don't care for Florida. I'm not going to Florida. It's not for me. But it is where you can carry weapons legally. So I have not followed. I can't say I don't know much because I did read everything I need to read to know about the story, which is crazy. I don't follow Lala. I don't follow him. I did not know about this. It's sad that we always find out about, these black relationships going downhill, whether it's black and white, whether it's black on black, whatever it is, at the premise of a black man is a terrible relationship on the internet, which is sad because there are such wonderful black men out there that are just not on here that we don't see, which is good. Stay off of here, please. Stay off of here. Continue dating me. Thank you, because I don't want this. This is crazy. This is crazy. I do not talk to men that want to be on the internet. I just don't. I don't. Y'all supposed to be building houses and shit. Y'all out here on podcasts. What are y'all doing? Y'all out here trying to do workshop classes. Like, shut up. Without no degree, trying to give a workshop class. Go sit down. It's not cute. It really isn't cute. But he had a weapon and he unalived her in the car. We can say alleged for now, even though we know that's what happened. He got arrested. Look, let me tell you something. Florida police don't play. I don't know why black men go around with weapons in Florida thinking that they're going to get away with. I don't understand. Why you think you're going to get away with something? Like, why do you think you're going to get away with it? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Yes, he did. We cannot say that comment, so I'm gonna remove that comment. But yes, he unalived her. It's a domestic dispute, and he unalived her, which is so disgusting and a terrible thing to do. But I think there's more to be talked about. The first problem is living in Florida. Period. Period. Whenever my hands come through, you know I'm doing my little finger snap. Period. That is crazy. The first problem is living in Florida. Should we like pin that? I'm dead. I'm dead. Like that is hilarious. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying that, but you know what I'm talking about. Is it's sad that living in Florida has come to this. Like I've talked to people and I'm like, why don't you want to move from Florida? And it's because they don't want to not commit crimes. They don't want to know you're all good. I thank you that you were being respectful. I really do appreciate that. But yes, he unalived her, and my point is that their relationship was aggressive from the start. You can see it online. They literally talk about fighting. They literally make it like I can't stand TikTok relationships. I can't stand Instagram relationships. Like this is what you see. You see people acting out like they got a problem. You see people acting out like this is what it's like to be fighting with us and then cuddling the next minute. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. And I really feel like it should be studied and it should be a bigger deal than it is. TikTok relationships. You know the amount of women that end up powed in the head because of TikTok relationships? I've talked about it on my channel several times. It's very strange, it's very disgusting and bizarre that this keeps happening on TikTok. But think about the mental state someone has to be in to pull out a weapon while they're in a car. It keeps happening when they're in a car. You ever notice that? Whenever these men are in a car with them, they always pull out a weapon, which tells me they've been pulling out weapons all the time. And I think this is an even more triggering situation because technically these are two men arguing, right? Let's cut to the facts. These are two males arguing. She is trans, so she transitioned into a woman. But the way he sees her, I feel is as if he is as if she is a nigga. That's what I'm gonna say. Because for him to be fighting her and for her to think it's normal, she doesn't see herself as woman either. She doesn't. And I think that's another sad conversation to be had. She was only 21. And I'm not sorry. That funeral was ghetto. Why y'all had her in a Versace robe looking like that? Her face was so bloated and everything. It was a see-through casket. It was disgusting. Like, it was no respect. Like, it was so gutter snipe. No respect. They had no respect for her at all. This is why I don't like Christianity. I don't like black Christianity. I don't like any of this stuff because it's not real. It's not. Y'all gonna sit up here and put her in a see-through coffin. Like, that was so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Let me see if I have any other images. So we'll put up this image. So he was from whatever this college was. It looks like he only stayed there for 2 seconds. This man only stayed at this college for 2 seconds. It don't look like he actually stayed there for too long. But you could see how this is the ideal of a black slave, right? A defense line, 6'3", 260 pounds. It looked like he didn't even make it through. 2019 freshman, it looked like he didn't even make it through college. And they probably made fun of him and called him gay. That's the crazy part. So he decided, I'm going to be with this girl who's famous, this trans girl who's famous, and I'm going to try to mooch off of her because I can't be a part of football because I'm gay. And I think that's a sad thing. It really is. And I talk about this. I talk about Stephon Diggs. The abusive behavior from these football players is terrible. It is modern day slavery. They know how they feel. They know who they are. They are slaves. So then they get into relationships wanting to be the good guy and they end up being a terrible one. What other information do we have? Let's see. We just did a little search because I tried to type in his name and I could not figure it out. But his name is Shanoid White Jr., a former college football player, has been arrested and charged with, that part. Um, it's sad. I think it's very sad. I think it should be a conversation to be had. I don't think that he's innocent. And I also think that a lot of people should be holding themselves accountable for watching her content and thinking it was cute and funny. Because nothing ain't cute and funny about this. It's not. If you are in the chat, like, comment, subscribe. We got 6 people in the chat. It's early in the morning. I didn't want to do this early in the morning, but it was sitting on my mind. When I saw the story, I was just like, I really want to have a conversation about this because nobody wants to talk about violence against women or violence against trans women at all in relationships. Nobody wants to talk about it. They just want to sit up here on Instagram and TikTok and make it seem like their relationships are so perfect. And I'm like, ew, take a seat. Anyways, we will be making a live later. Stay tuned. Love y'all.